Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video review. This time I'm going to be reviewing the Marvel Legends from the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure wave, Scream. So this is quite exciting. This was by far the figure that I wanted the most in the wave. Going over the packaging here, this is cool packaging. I like it. They went with a white packaging with the black details and a Venom logo, which I think is very cool. I like a Venom wave. This is the first one that we're getting for Venom. I'm a big symbiote, Spider-Man villain fan, so if they did more like symbiote waves like this, I would be all for it. You have great artwork of Scream on the back there, or on the side, and then on the back you get the full assortment. This is a really nice wave. Out of all of the Marvel Legends waves, the Apocalypse and Monster Venom waves are the ones that I'm like really excited for. But I did have a chance to buy all of these because they were in stock on Marvel Legends on Hasbro's website. I decided to only go with Scream though, considering Scream, Poison, and Carnage are the only ones that I really want. Typhoid Mary, the Spider-Ham, and Venom, I wouldn't mind skipping them and just buying their Build-A-Figure pieces. If I can get them for a good price, then I'll go for it, but if not, I'm okay just skipping them and buying the Build-A-Figure pieces. But Poison and Carnage I don't think are going to be very hard to get. I don't think Poison is super popular, and then Carnage is 2 per case, and it's basically the same figure as the old one, so I don't see those being very popular, so I feel like I can get them on a discount. But Scream, on the other hand, Scream was one of the ones that I knew would be the most popular of the wave, and I'm a huge fan of this character, so I absolutely wanted to grab her as soon as possible. I really like those like 5 symbiotes that are shown in the pictures together. They're like a team, and Scream is a part of them. And they did make Lasher in the Lizard wave, so I am hoping that eventually we get the others. Considering some of these characters will be featured in the Venom movie. Scream is rumored to be in the Venom movie, but Riot, who is a part of that team, is confirmed in the Venom movie. Riz Ahmed's character is playing him, so it'll be cool if like all 5 of those characters were like the villains in the movie. Although I'd prefer Carnage. It does look like Carnage will not be the main villain of this new movie. So I am hoping though that we get like the other symbiotes from Marvel Legends. That would be awesome. But sometimes they start teams like this and they never finish them, unfortunately. But my fingers are definitely crossed because I love those other characters. But Scream is the character out of all of those that I like the most, so I am happy that we are getting her. Going over the actual figure here. The face sculpt is awesome. She has a black face with the white details in her mouth and eyes, and they are actually sculpted. That's not just painted detail, which is wonderful. I'm very happy about that. It looks very cool. She looks really aggressive. I wouldn't even mind it if her mouth was opened a little bit wider, just to give her like a real creepy look. I think that would be nice. But her hair is very cool the way that it's attached. Her hair is very extreme. I wish they went even more extreme than this, because in some iterations of Scream, her hair is just insane. So this is crazy, but I would like it to be even more. The way that it's sculpted is really nice though. I definitely like the volume to it. It really looks like there's a lot there. And then I like the strands that are hanging off the side. They almost have like a gooey texture to them, which is very nice. It almost looks like, it's a symbiote goo, just kind of like forming hair essentially, which I like. My issue with it is the color. I'm not a big fan of the color that they chose, because they went with this like metallic yellowish gold, which I think looks cool. But then with the glossy red, like glossy dark red, it looks just weird. It gives it a really plasticky look. I wish that they went with more of a dull red, and then maybe mix the red in with the yellow a little bit better. It's so blocky that it's odd, and then it's weird that you have like a metallic mixed with a gloss. I think that's just a strange mixture there. So I like the sculpting of the hair, but I'm not a fan of the paint, to be honest. The paint really let me down, and that's something that I wasn't expecting. The body sculpt is your standard kind of female body, which I do think looks very nice. With hands, I believe these are just... I think that these are reused from Carnage. It's hard to say. They're definitely the same pose. I don't know if they just resculpted them to make them a little smaller to fit with Scream, or if they are just the same thing, but because you can have her with big hands, because that way she has really exaggerated long fingers and stuff like that, and skinny and creepy looking, which I do like. As far as her articulation, she has a ball jointed head, but it's very loose, so even if you pose her like this, it tends to fall back a lot, which is definitely a shame, in my opinion. She has ball hinge shoulders with the bicep swivel, hinge swivel elbows, which can hinge about 90 degrees, then hinge swivel wrists, which work really nicely. She has a ball joint up her torso, which has great side-to-side movement. It doesn't move forward very much at all. It moves back quite far, though, and then you do, of course, have a swivel. She has ball hinge thighs, which can move up about 90 degrees, can move to the side a fair amount, and then she has a swivel thigh, double hinge knees, and hinge pivoting ankles. Overall, standard articulation for Marvel Legends, and she's really not hindered in any of those spots, so that is quite nice articulation-wise. As far as how she's painted on her body, she has like that same kind of metallic yellowish gold throughout the body, and then like this dark brown or like really dark burgundy red that's been kind of like splotched on the like inner legs and inner arms and on the sides of her body, which look really nice. And the difference in paint is very extreme, but it's painted really nicely. Like I don't see any issues at all. Mainly, there's maybe just like that little bit of brown in between those two spots, but other than that, it looks like it's painted really well. So I am very happy about that. Overall, I think this is a fantastic figure. I like it quite a bit. It's a character that I really like, and then I think the figure does her justice quite well. My issue, though, is the hair, of course, just mainly the way the hair is painted. I think that it could be a little more extreme, though, in general, but paint-wise, I feel like it could definitely use some more some more paints that kind of blend together better than what they actually chose to go with. But yeah, overall she looks excellent with Lasher, and again, would definitely like some more symbiotes. Riot being the one that I like the most, just because he is the only one that's confirmed for the movie, so it would be cool to get a comic book version of Riot, considering I don't think Riot has ever had a figure made of him. I mean, maybe at some point, but I certainly can't picture a Riot figure ever being made, even from Toy Biz. But yeah, overall, really liking the Scream figure. She's quite excellent, would highly recommend her. Out of this series, I think she's the best, at least from what I've seen so far. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of the Scream figure, and thanks so much for watching.